Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is another paid request, this time from Eelco van Kampen, and it's for the original Planet of the Apes. Now, I've never been a big Planet of the Apes guy, although it's better than the Tim Burton one. I like the film for what it is. I mean, people know the story. I don't need to go into the story of Planet of the Apes, but I like the makeup, the way they look, the cast. You got Charlton Heston, manly bravado, machismo. You have Tim Hunter and Roddy McDowall as the more Cornelius Zira. The apes that are more on the side of good. They're more on sympathetic. The more sympathetic. You know, Dr. Zaius. You tell he doesn't like humans for a reason. A lot of famous lines. You know, take your paws off me, you damn dirty ape. It's a madhouse, a madhouse. A very interesting score by Jerry Goldsmith, who I would say is my favorite composer. I love Jerry Goldsmith. Starts with the motion picture, the first three Rambo films, Leviathan. Jerry Goldsmith, love a lot of his scores. He did a really good job here. Like, it's very alien, unique type of score. It does try to be a bit intellectual, where, you know, what if you had a world that was upside down and apes ruled instead of humans, but they were doing similar things to man. Like, instead of monkey see, monkey do, someone says human see, human do. Or having trials in courts and what their civilization would be, you know, compared to ours. So it does create interesting talking points. It does create a unique difference between them and us, but at the same time a lot of similarities. And like Charlton Heston, you care for him, at least I do. He's likable. You feel sorry for him. You understand his anger. You cut his brain out, you bloody baboon. Again, he's for Charlton Heston. This is an actor that he didn't go into this film going, "What the fuck? I'm talking with a guy who looks like a monkey." He's not like Bruce Willis nowadays. You know, he goes to a film, he don't give a shit. He did give a shit. I think that really comes through on the screen. Charlton Heston didn't look down on it. He's like, well, maybe there's something here. Maybe there's something to it. And of course, the ending, very memorable ending, which I'll spoil. I would think you know the ending, but in case, you know, you maniacs, you blew it up, damn you, god damn you all to hell. And you realize they're not on another planet, they're in the future. And the Statue of Liberty is there. Which is a much better twist than the fucking Tim Burton one, where apparently, oh, the one ape went back in time and changed history, so instead of Abraham Lincoln, it's him. And he fucked over he changed time, from what I assume. That motherfucker went back in time, while Charlton Heston went forward in time. I mean, the action, you don't really go into this for the action. I mean, if you do, it's mundane, the action. But I mean, it's 1968, so you're not expecting, crazy amounts of action. You're going into this more as a sci-fi film because of the interesting ideas and the way they had the ape civilization, the housing. Again, the makeup is very interesting. I think it works very well. I mean, yeah, I'm sure nowadays people go, well, the lips, it's hard to match the lips. But I think for 1968, they did the best they could. At least you got Tim Hunter. Roddy McDowall, I'm a big fan of. I know him most from the original Fright Night. There's some interesting shots, like when Charlton Heston's crew, who are in space, they're supposed to go into the, what was it? For us, it's been 6 months, but it's been 700 years for the Earth. So technically, right then, it tells you what has happened. When you watch it again, it's like, well, the equipment told you you went 700 years in the future. It's just, at a point, you didn't want to believe it. Same with maybe the viewer. So it's interesting, you watch it, you know, again, the movie does tell you you're 700 years in the future. It does tell you the twist. So it does, but I did, again, assumptions, they make an ass out of you. They made an ass out of Charlton Heston. But I was told the director, like, when they crashed, like, a POV of the ship going and crashing at the planet. That was a pretty cool shot, especially at the time, which those type of shots were not typical. Obviously, you have the memorable lines of dialogue, the ending that is the gut punch. I think what it is with the Planet Apes movies, they may be the most depressing series of all time. And maybe that's why I don't watch them much. It's not that I hate them, it's just I don't want... They are... I can't think of another franchise that's more depressing than this. People, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, let's go through it. The first film. Humanity fucked up, they got all annihilated, it's now a wasteland, and Charlton Heston gets the gut punch of all time. His friends are dead, he's alone with this girl who won't talk, and again, he found out that everything he knew, livelihood, civilization, is all gone. Then you get to the sequel, Charlton Heston dies at the end, and then he has the bomb, and it kills everybody. Pretty much everybody who was in the first one, they're all dead. The whole fucking... It ends with everybody dying. Then the third film, well, technically these lived, and then they all die, except the baby. The baby lives, but everybody dies. Then that baby rises up, and the planet still gets fucked up. There's no changing of, hey, maybe humanity don't kill itself. No, the same thing happened, only now, Roddy Well, I forget, there's the movie where he's older and humans are pieces of shit, and but at least here maybe humans and apes can work together. So maybe the second half of that one and the last one may be less depressing. But you go through the first major ones, first three, it's pretty depressing when you watch them. And again, I'm not saying every movie has to be uplifting and positive. I mean, I love John Carpenter's The Thing. But I just... Stuff like it's just nothing I really go back to watch, because I'm like, everybody in this film... Yeah, everyone in this film dies. Cornelius and Zero die, and... not the next one, but the one after. Everybody else dies in the second movie. Even the new lead in the second film, he dies. I'm like, fine, yeah, everybody. None of this matters because everybody's going to be fucking dead. It is one of those weird things. But I guess in a way you look at it where it's not pointless, because the ship landed and then Cornelius and Zero get that, and then they're able to go back and then in a way change history, so it's not just humans, it's not just apes, they're working together. So I guess in a way that's the through line, so it's not pointless. I don't know, just that weird thing where, like I said, there's so many other films, countless films, I just rewatch them more. But that's not to discount Planet of the Apes. It was very successful at the time. That's why they made a couple sequels. There was a short-lived live-action TV series, cartoon. It captured people's imaginations. For me, I didn't see this when I was a kid. I saw this when I was probably in my teens, maybe even 20s. And I went, oh, I liked it. I liked it for what it was, but it never captured me like it did a lot of people, especially back in the day. But by this point, I'd seen Aliens, The Terminator, the other sci-fi films that just captured my imagination more. And then I know throughout the years they wanted to remake it. At one point, Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to star, which it just made sense because you have Charlton Heston. Arnold kind of made sense. I think Oliver Stone was going to direct it, and that never happened. I would have been very curious. Arnold punches a monkey in the face, but that didn't happen. Instead, you had Tim Burton's, which is a piece of shit. Good makeup effects, but it's a piece of shit. Mark Wahlberg was a bad choice. Bad choice. And all I do is I like the makeup effects. That's really it. The ending is like the ending in the first one, in this one, it's a striking image. I think it's a good performance by Charlton Heston. Yeah, Charlton Heston's good at being Charlton Heston, but that's why people paid for him as an actor to be, and he's able to do that very well and bring that bravado, and you see that bravado crumble, and it's a great shot of the pullback and that reveal where you're confused at first, and then it hits you. Oh. The Tim Burton's, it's like, what? Fuck this. So the opposite reaction. I'm like, you didn't even have to do a twist at all. You can't beat the twist. But they tried to do another twist, and it didn't work out. Just like the whole film didn't work out. But yeah, the original Planet Apes, what will we find out there? His destiny. You might not like what you find. Like I said, there's decent bits of dialogue and acting and makeup. It's a pretty decent film. Like I said, it's just not a film I revisit a lot. But not bad at all. You're not going in depth. Because so many people talk about Planet Apes. What more can I bring to the table that hasn't already been said before? Like I said, it's not one of my favorites. But it was a movie of its time. I respect what it did. And I don't want to say I respect it more than I liked it, but this is a decent flick. Yeah, not something I rewatch a lot. So, with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.